PinkPantheress has seen a massive growth in the past year, and deservedly so. She's got some bop, she's got some tunes. I thought her album could have been a bit more fleshed out with newer ideas, because most of the tracks were doing similar things, but it was still a fun little listen, and the singles from it were actually really, really catchy. And to be honest, they get stuck in my head more than I expected, to be honest. It's not like I listen to her that frequently, but she's an earworm. She's an earworm. Now there's a new release with Willow Smith. Keep that name out of your mouth, bitch. No, but yeah, Willow Smith, she's out here doing her own thing, a bit more pop punky these days. She's kind of trying to delve into a new lane. She was on that Machine Gun Kelly album. She dropped a pop punk album, I think, last year. I think she's getting a bit overhyped, to be honest. I think just because she's tried something a bit different doesn't necessarily mean she's doing it to a level that's particularly that interesting. Similarly with Machine Gun Kelly, honestly, although I wouldn't say she's at the level of bad as he is with his contributions to the genre. But I wouldn't necessarily say Willow's doing anything particularly that exciting at the moment. But I think a PinkPantheress and Willow collab is an interesting prospect, so let's see how this one turns out. This is exactly what I expected. Blissful. She's sounding good on this track too there, Willow. Fair play. Oh, is that the end? Oh, the video's still going. I was like waiting for more. I should have known. It hit the 2:20 mark, and of course the song was going to end. Her songs are always this short. Yeah, that was all right. Hate to be a cynic, but she's really got the formula down to a T, hasn't she? I mean, there were some actually really beautiful vocal moments from her on this track, which I really liked. But the structure of the song and the hook and the way she was even singing certain lines, even Willow as well, it sounded quite a bit like Just For Me. I'm not trying to just say it sounds like a replica of that song, but I think she has tried to keep to a formula. You know, the where you are part was definitely just taken straight out of the you ran it just for me. Like, it's the same idea, it's just using a different word. So yeah, it's a decent track. I quite liked the contributions from Willow. I thought she sounded pretty good on this track. She probably could have been a bit more present at times. She didn't really feel like she was a huge part of the song. She kind of just like threw in a vocal bit randomly, and then she'd do a little verse. But the song's so short anyway, I don't know really how else you could get around that. But I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe just extend these songs. They don't need to be so short. Certainly try and get out of the habit of trying to replicate a hit that was already huge for you, because I think there is an aspect to that a little bit here. But it's a decent track. I mean, it's the same with the album. They were all good tracks, to be fair. There wasn't anything bad on it. I would just like to see a bit more variety from PinkPantheress. I'm kind of starving for something a bit more different, something so show us some versatility, you know what I mean? Show us some versatility. But yeah, it was a decent tune. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you agree, disagree, if you hate me, would love to know why. Thank you as always. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my Patreon if you want to get involved in my Discord server where we talk about music all the time. Go check out my Patreon and support me on there. Subscribe as always, like the video, all that kind of stuff, and goodbye.